Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Lone Wolf Picker. This is a recap of my autographs for last week. And we'll start off with Ed Vandenberg for my 1988 Tufts autograph set. This brings me to it'll take me a long time, but this takes me to 201 cards of the set. I'm collecting both the regular set, which has 792 cards, and then the traded set, which is 132 cards. So, plus I got some autographs from umpires that I put on checklists. So, because I figured I'd get those signed too. So, Ed Vandenberg, he's pretty good. He's turned around in 14 days. And he's pitched for the Mariners, the Indians, and then not sure. I know at the end of his career, he was trying to make a comeback with the Cubs. I actually met him in Iowa, or in Indianapolis as he came through Iowa back in 88, 89. He was trying to make a comeback with them. So I've got him on some Iowa Cubs cards. So yeah, I needed him for my 88 set. He's not on the 88 score, which I'm also collecting that set. It was kind of a slow week last week. Ed was all I got until Friday, and then Friday I got a huge 4 returns. And so I made this card out for Caleb, and this is for his junk wax challenge. And all of these drivers I got back in 10 days. And I got Peter Suspenzo, and in the packs they came with these. There was a 1991 Max Racing pack that Caleb sent out that we were opening for his challenge, and I sent one of the contest cards to Peter to have him sign that too. And so I got those 2 signed, and I'm going to show you this one first. This is for the Junk Wax Challenge. And this was Richard Petty. And I was going to try and find out, since it's been a while since I followed racing at all, who number 20 was. And it turns out that number 20 was Rob Moroso. He was Rookie of the Year that year, but he also passed away in a race that year. So kind of bittersweet, obviously. But yeah, no, Richard Petty did sign this. That's his car up on top of Morosa's car. And just to kind of add to my own collection, which doesn't count for Caleb's, is I had a card from my set that I sent him, and he looks really good in silver. It stands out a little bit more, so I'm really liking that. So yeah, Richard Petty came back. And then Dale Inman was part of that pack opening I did. And he was a crew chief back in the day. He signed my card. And then this is a kind of a cool return. This is from Henry Benfield. And this is the card I sent him, and he signed it. And when I got it back, I noticed that there was something else in the envelope. And sometimes the guys will sign, and as some of you guys know, we'll just wrap it back up in your letter. But he actually wrote me a letter. Nice little letter back. It says, "Dear Brett, thanks for being a race fan. That was the good old days. It was my best." I don't know what that word is. Best bunch, maybe? I don't know. Take care of your friend, Harry Benfield. And he sent me... it's not signed or anything, but I thought it was really cool. He was part of the Junior Johnson team. And so he sent me one of the cards from his own collection with Junior Johnson. So I thought that was kind of cool. So, and then I just wanted to share, since I didn't get a lot back last week, just kind of share something I've kept for years. And hopefully I can do this with one hand as things start to fall here. But long time ago, when you could write people for This Tony Gwynn I got in a trade years ago. I can only hope that it's real. I don't know. I would imagine so, considering I traded for it back in the 90s. There wasn't a lot of guys out there falsifying autographs back then, but you just never know. Now, Ronnie Lott, that's 1986 Topps. I wrote to him when I was in college, and he sent this back signed. I sent 3 cards to him. This was like one of my favorite ones. This is obviously Dravecky. Now, this is sent to him in 83 or 84. So it's before the surgery that took the cancer that took his arm. And if you've gotten his autograph in the last, last 20 years or so, he now writes with the right hand in it, and it's almost identical to what he wrote left-handed. So I always have loved that card, so I put that in here. And then I know I grew up a Bears fan, and Walter Payton and James Scott were my favorite players growing up, but Steve Largent was definitely one of my favorites, and he used to sign for free. He charges now, but again, when I was in college, I sent a bunch of cards to him, and I've helped people out over the years by trading some that they needed for their sets, and I think I only have like 2 or 3 left, so I was happy to help people when they needed it. But I just these 4 cards are just kind of cool, and I keep those in a holder. But that'll do it for today. Again, not very much going on, but I got this in Chicago, just to kind of let you know. There's an artist who does these. His last name is Gomez. In fact, it's signed. He signed it on the back, on the bottom there. And he's at the convention in Chicago. It's called C2E2. And I'm going there in 3 weeks. So I know that my video, the first part of April, will be long, because it'll include all the comics I get signed for at the comic book convention there. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. He had different characters that he draws and then puts them in different uniforms, and I couldn't pass this up. I needed this for my collection. So again, thanks again for watching. If you like, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, and thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.